So my name is Cheryl S. I live in Exeter, New Hampshire, and I am supposed to be a retired teacher. I'm not fully retired yet. I'm still teaching, subbing, doing some long-term sub jobs.
Great.
I was struggling with a lot of pain. I was on various meds, and the meds are meds that you need to not be on for a long time, and I've been on them for over 10 years. I had a lot of weight gain that I could not get rid of, no matter what I did or tried. And in regards with the meds, I knew I was going to have to go off them, and I had no solutions. And I needed to be out of pain, and I wanted my life back. I received, and I don't know why I received it, but I received this wonderful postcard, and my husband and I decided to go because he's also in a lot of pain due to a car accident. And so we decided to go to see if we would be able to figure out something. And as I sat there over dinner or listening to Adam speak about his program and what this program meant and the changes it could make, I was like, this is for me. I've been wanting somebody to look at me as a whole person. I've been to multiple types of doctors, and no one ever really looked at me as a whole being, and trying to figure out why I had an autoimmune disorder that no one else in my family has. And it was just, we went, and it was amazing. Yeah, a little at first, but not only a tad. I figured, at least there'd be something. I was worried that he wouldn't in some ways, but I wasn't. I really thought if someone really looked at everything, we could figure it out, and I'd figure it out. My biggest number one goal was to be out of pain and off of the meds. And they're heavy duty, and I was on 2 of those, and I needed to be off them. I have been off of those meds since the end of August, and in addition to those, I had to take 2 other meds because of those, and I've been off of them since the end of August. I've lost 32 pounds. I virtually am pain-free most of the time. I occasionally still get an ache or pain, but it's way different. And I can sleep. I didn't mention sleep before, but sleep was also a biggie. I was not sleeping.
Great. Office.
The attentiveness. So I felt like when I came in, we looked at me as a whole being, and then I never felt deserted. So I've always felt like if I had to call, I could call. But I was always in touch with somebody, for the most part, on a weekly basis. There was 1 or 2 times when that didn't happen due to various circumstances, but I never felt like I couldn't call or email. I mean, there's an app that you fill out and people look at, and modules that people know you're watching or taking a look at, and just the phone calls with Adam and a coach, the health coach, I believe you're wellness coach, and having all those pieces with someone to really just always touch base, and who's always like looking out and checking in.
Great. Other people?
I already have, and would again and again, because people have noticed. They're like, "What have you done?" And I've explained it, and said, it's the best. It's the best I've done. I feel so good about this whole thing. Well, being off those meds, and I feel like this is something I can continue because I have control of it, because I control what I put in my mouth, and the recognition of these foods and things that have affected me in a negative way, things that are supposed to be good for you that turn out aren't good for everybody. And in my case, haven't been good for me, and were causing a lot of issues. So finding those pieces, losing the weight, I'm not sure I could even say just one thing. The whole thing has been amazing for me. just, every piece of it. I feel like I've accomplished my goals, I have more energy, I can keep going.